Thursday, and it's interesting because as the year comes to an end, a lot of us are thinking, all right, and even I've been, spreading this message of we got 5 days left, we got 4 days left, the year is coming to an end and we gotta make it count. What are we gonna do to finish off the year strong? But it's interesting because we never know how much time is left on the clock. So we never know if that 4 days really is 4 days, or if we just have a second left. So keeping that mentality, this whole 4 days left, 5 days left thing shouldn't necessarily build a fire, burn a fire underneath you, but it does. So what we can take from this, or what I am taking from this, is the fact that these arbitrary calendar year expectations that we're trying to put on ourselves aren't necessarily the main focus. While it is a great motivator, it shouldn't be the only metric. So that's a message that I am teaching myself, that I am working on to learn for myself, because I do have some weird attachments and weird expectations. Well, I guess expectations isn't the right word, but weird attachments to these calendar years. Our year is about to come to an end and we're gonna roll back to, back to zero. It doesn't really mean anything, but at the same time, it means a lot. So let's keep on keeping that mindset of you never know how much time is left on the clock, and these 4 days left begin to not mean so much, and that's okay, because each day we can make it happen. We can make each day count. That's what it's all about. Finally heading into the store today. Poor old Jed. Hopefully by now he has gotten all fixed up and is in recovery, because we just found out last night that he tore his little old ACL and he's got to go see a doctor. So spending some time with him, getting some work done here at the house, computer work and all that kind of stuff, but here in the store now, and time to just get to work. Without Jed. Well, it's not Jed. This is not a time for celebration, Seth.
Why?
Because it's Jed.
Oh, he is not doing well.
Yeah, we gotta go get him a surgeon.
Today, right now?
Well, he needs surgery.
So what are you doing, Will?
We got permission to make this guy into body armor.
How did you get permission?
Well, we asked Hannah very nicely. The nicest way possible.
I know, it's essentially I want to just recreate it, so maybe we could just do a quick role play. I say, Hannah, you think we can use this thing? Would you be mad if it disappeared? And you say,
how much are you gonna give me for it?
Will says,
$10.
Hannah says,
sounds good to me.
Great, win-win. It's the way the world works, guys. Money talks. Will, I think we have, oh, you're going for it. Okay, he's really going for it, guys.
Guys, I'm back. I'm failing pretty hard here, so we're gonna have to get the proper tools.
Yeah, I think this is a lesson in getting the right tools for the job.
But once we have the right tools, this is gonna be badass. It's gonna fit right around my neck. It's gonna protect
these
my
are
neck.
totally.
And then we're gonna
Did you break them? Did you totally mess these up?
No, they're totally good.
The blade is definitely.
The blade's been so shitty, dude. We fucking took those from Hannah.
Deal with that,
they probably have had these for like 8 years.
Ugh.
Yeah, they felt that shitty
Oh
ones.
man, those red ones are pieces
Yeah,
of shit.
they were a piece of shit before they gave those ones to us.
yeah.
Why do you think they gave those ones to us?
Fair.
Or they didn't even give those to us. We took those over and they didn't even ask for them back because they were
Damn.
so shitty.
Damn.
Hannah's known all year long that we've been using those. But she didn't even care. That's how nice she is.
I know. Money talks.
Alright. Next time you guys see this thing, it's gonna be souped the fuck up. Now it's time to go make some pet tincture. Sort of fitting to be going to make some pet tincture on the day that we're having to go get a surgery for Jed. Poor old guy. That's how we do.
Oh. Damn.
Alright, so you're back.
I'm back.
And you're back and you're ready to do some graphics.
Yeah.
Alright. So tomorrow or Saturday, depending on when you think that you could have graphics together, I want to do I keep wanting to say bath bomb, flash sale for the ghee, a ghee flash sale. So, just finished up a really great meeting with Mallory, touching base with her after she just got back from graduating. Big congrats to her, and holiday break, and really getting back into the grind after almost like what it feels like a month of her kind of being checked out from finishing up school. So it was really great to touch base, get her started on some new projects, continuing on some previous projects, and moving forward in the right direction. I got like 1 minute until I'm supposed to be hopping into a live stream, so we're going to be starting that super soon. A live stream that I scheduled last night with my friend Brandon Clift from out in Australia. Me and him grew up we went to high school together for a semester or so, became good friends then, and he's continued to be an inspiration for me. So you guys are going to see more of that. We'll make sure that we edit in some good clips from there. We're going to be talking about the lessons that we have learned, both individually and as businesses, and as a community throughout 2017. So check this one out. It should be going split screen here in a second, guys, and we will have a awesome guest coming in to join us. Just bear with us while the connection probably has to get us all on there. Ugh. Nine times out of 10, shit fucks up. Luckily, you guys only see that 1 out of 10 when it all looks right. Except for on the vlog. You guys get to see all the bullshit. Fucking A, what the hell? So, I'm trying again. Instagram is really messing with me, and it is not inviting you guys in here. So, thanks for everybody if you have hopped back in to say what's up. Hopefully the fucking internet is working, because Wi-Fi was fucking it all up earlier and it wasn't working when I was in Wi-Fi. Paused due to bad connection. This is ground control to major. So many struggles. Also paused. I keep getting kicked off. Is anyone else paused? Guys, if this isn't gonna work, then I'm super fucking sorry. God damn it. Screw you. Fucking it, man. Fucking Instagram. Fuck you. Big shout out to everyone that has attempted to come into the live stream. I'm having some technical difficulties and it doesn't seem to want to connect. So bear with us, and we're going to try to get to better Wi-Fi and try this again. thank you guys so much for coming and joining us again for this 4th try. We are attempting to do an interview live stream to end off the year strong with this tradition, with a guest to talk about our takeaways and the lessons that we have learned from this year. One of the big lessons that I have learned is to not hold on to everything being perfect, and that's something that we're going to talk about today. So hopefully our guest comes in shortly and says what's up so that we can start talking about today's topic. I can hear you. I feel like I can hear you, man. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, wow. So is that coming through clear?
I can hear you. I just can't see you.
Oh, well, that's okay. It's not a big deal.
All right, well, this is going to work. All right, anybody out there, can you guys hear? Let's wait and see in the comments. Oh, wait, are you still there? We're going to just...
I kind of like the fact that they couldn't see me, because then I could, like, for those that can't see me, just imagine a 6'2", dark, tan human being with a luscious mustache, but that's clearly not true now.
All right, well, at least we got this to work. This is how we used to do the interview live streams before they had that other feature in. Brandon and I go way back. We went to a little bit of high school before I got kicked out of the school that we went with together. Brandon has continued to be an inspiration to me ever since then. Back when we went to school together, he was a fucking badass gymnast. And that was always just something that I was just like, man, this guy is so fucking awesome. He's so dedicated. And it's something that I could always see in you was just like truly like how hard of a work ethic you had. And I could always tell that like even when you were doing like the diving at school together, like you were putting your all into that. And that's something that I always respected. And as we've continued to become, stay friends and stay in communication, I've seen you put your fucking all into all of these little micro projects that have been part of Zone Transformation. So I'm stoked to have you in here, man. Thanks for coming in, and thanks for prompting this entire thing with that question that you asked. The other day I was watching, Brandon does some awesome videos on his Facebook that you guys can check out, and he had a great video that I watched early in the morning to kind of pump me up, and kind of ended it with a, it was kind of based around a question, asked me a question in the comments, and that question was, Brandon, if you can ask that question again, if you can remember.
Which video? I said, Oz, what was the biggest challenge in 2017 that ended up being the biggest lesson?
Yeah, so that is, and if you guys have been following along with our content, you know that that's a question that I think about the answer to like literally every single day. And I'm always prompting you guys to ask yourself the same question, which we did on a post, and a bunch of people left answers. So what we felt like would be really awesome is to get a chance to talk about that question and share some of our own experiences as individuals, as business owners, and then share some of the answers that some people from our community have shared. So this year has been a year of growth for us, for you too, man, I'm sure. I've seen you grow just on what I've seen, on social media, and that growth is always coming back to, at least in my world, to these micro losses that live up and get to these macro gains, and sort of as like an overarching thing for what we've been, what this whole interview, conversation is about, of like what the biggest takeaways and the biggest mistakes, like that in itself, for me has been one of the biggest takeaways this year, is realizing that you do have to have so many of those micro losses in order to have those macro gains. Is that something that you've noticed as well, Brandon, in your individual life and your business life too?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a really great point you bring up about the micro losses that turn into the macro gains. But at the time that those micro losses are occurring, they don't feel micro.
Yeah.
They feel like earth-shattering.
Sometimes they hurt
They
really
feel like,
bad.
Oh, they're threatening to derail my mission. Like, how dare they? And absolutely, 2017 has been the year of, just been a year of growth. It's just been a year of lessons, and it's been a year of mistakes. And I sat down with a clairvoyant the other day, which is really not like me. And a couple of people were
Is that like a fortune teller?
But yeah, she read cards, like angel cards or something.
All right, keep going.
Yeah, and anyway, we sat down, and the first thing she says is she's never met me, and I'm real conscious to not give them too much information because like I'm so skeptical.
Yeah.
And she just goes, "You've had a tough year, haven't you?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's been a very tough year," and so she started just mapping out, like literally just telling me my story, and I'm like, "Well, one, have you been on my Facebook or have you been on my Instagram? You know this stuff." And it was very interesting. She said this year needed to happen the way it happened, and I agree with her wholly and solely because, we had a gym, like we had our like dream gym. I've been looking at the space for 2 years, and it finally became available. We made the stretch, and the only way that we could afford it was with a subtenant. Now, about 6 months in, we were growing faster than we'd ever grown. Things were great, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, financially, everything was in alignment. And eventually my subtenant stopped paying rent.
Ooh.
And refused to. And he started defaulting. And there was a bit of without getting into too much detail, we ended up losing the gym. And that was a massive blow for me because for someone like you, Oseroff, you understand this. It's how passionate we are about our mission. And there's still more to do, but I know for me, when things do hit the fan, it's like something is threatening perfection, and I need to focus on that one thing until it's perfect and fixed. When in fact, there's a multifaceted approach to this to turn it around in your favor, like you did with the call system, which I think is amazing. You look at this thing as a way to connect with your community. One, in those phone calls, simple things like just asking for social proof.
Yep.
Finding out about what they're going through, what their experience is, and then, hey, would you mind going to my Facebook page and sharing your experience with us?
Yep.
Or our Google page or LinkedIn or whatever that is.
Yeah, immediately people were able.
Opportunity to do so.
Yeah, I mean there's honestly like so many pluses. We're able to upsell people. We're able to make sure that people are getting the right product. If they have any questions about things, we're able to talk to them about like our vlog and stuff. Or I mean it's honestly like turned around to be a positive. So there you go, guys. All those little mistakes that you make or all the things that you might think were the worst thing that could ever happen turn around to become one of the greatest things, maybe. All right, that was an awesome live stream with Brandon, good homie out in Australia, talking about these macro gains coming from micro losses all throughout the year. We are always failing. We are always messing up. We are always making mistakes and learning the lessons that we can from them. I'm stoked to be able to have the opportunity to connect with other people that are on such a similar journey that can truly relate to the things going on in our business. This coming from this 1 hour of talking or hour and a half or however long we went, I have so many takeaways, so many lessons that I have learned just in this amount of time, and so many new perspectives. So if anything from this, not only from like just the conversation that we had, because I know that we weren't able to put the entire thing out here on the vlog, but if anything, my hope is that you guys can see that just by connecting with other individuals, you can have the opportunity to learn, to grow, to expand, and these new perspectives that you can get from sharing your experiences with others can make a world of a difference, just like they did right here. Heading back to the house after an awesome little stint in the store. I know that the lighting sucks right now, so you guys can't see shit, but I'm stoked because today was a good one. Just really got to open up some new perspectives and keep it all going. And super interesting to show to you guys on the vlog. So haven't been rolling as much. Just been getting back to it, getting work done, bunch of planning, bunch of good stuff here in the evenings, guys. I get some of my best work done in these late hours of the night because there's zero distractions. Nowadays, most of my job during the day, I feel like I've talked about this before, but I've pretty much talked about everything that I talk about on the regular, but my normal day-to-day throughout the day is just dealing with all of the different people that are dealing with all of the things that I used to deal with on the regular. So I don't know if that made any sense, but yeah, I get a lot of really good work done here late at night, but also sometimes don't make the best sense. Like, I'll go back and read some of my notes and just be like, what the fuck was I talking about? Like today, me and Mallory were sitting there, and hopefully if we have it, you can go back and backtrack to this clip. But I was going through my notes of different graphics, and I said something about wormhole into stories, which sounds really cool, but I have no clue what I was talking about. So, just getting good work done, zero distractions here at night, not having to answer to customers necessarily as much, not having to answer to the people that work for us, and really get into my own personal growth, personal development, but also get time to plan a lot of the things that we will then execute on throughout the week. So I'm about to be wrapping up my evening now, but just wanted to touch base with the vlog so that we could keep this content going. I am so fucking stoked that by now we are over 100 episodes deep here with the vlog, keeping them going, keeping them rolling. This daily vlog is something that I have been looking forward to all year long, and now that it's happening, all we can do is work on making it better. That's the first step, is speak it into set those intentions, speak it into existence, set the goals that you need, execute on those goals, and then as you continue to execute, continue to progressively try to get better. That's what we're doing here. Don't let me preach to you. Don't let me tell you what to do. Just watch what we do, and if that resonates with you, please follow along, because we are growing a community of winners, and we want you to succeed. So if we can do anything to help you, we'll do it. Never hesitate to reach out. Never hesitate to ask for help, whether you're asking us for help or someone else in your life, because none of us can do this and go through life and all the hardships alone. A little better than what I said earlier. It's a lot later. It's like 3 o'clock at night now, and I just got finished putting up a post after talking to a friend of ours about their dog that is not doing too well and is taking on a lot of medical bills and is needing to collect some donations. And it's interesting because right now, Jed, my dog, our dog that we love so much here at Blue Ridge Hemp, is also going through some medical things and is going to be taking on some big medical bills, and not necessarily as big as this other dog, but definitely big. And we have this pet tincture that both of them have been using. Jed, we're giving it to him to help with his pain, and this friend of ours has been giving it to their animal, their dog, to help with its pain. And it's interesting to think about where we are right now, and where we're at and the opportunity that we have to help these animals. Because a year ago, I know I always go back to relating it, but it's just a contrasting thing that I do. But a year ago, we didn't have the pet tincture, and I definitely didn't have the monetary means to be, donating to somebody or helping somebody. in a financial capacity, or even taking care of Jed in a financial capacity if he had an injury like he has now. And now we can take care of, and we can do something like what we're doing now, where we are going to be doing all day tomorrow the pet tincture on a donation basis like we typically do, the $20 to $60 donation, and choosing anywhere in between that. But we're going to be giving everything over $10 to the cause of helping to pay for this other animal's bills, where, we could be doing this for Jed, but we're financially stable enough to be able to afford to take care of him and to help to take care of a friend's animal in need. It's just really neat to be in that place where we can step up and help and take care of our own responsibilities. It's something that is really touching to me, and something that means a lot to me, and shows a lot of our growth through just something like this. I look forward to continuing to use the pet tincture as a way to do this. We have not necessarily ever profited much off of the pet tincture, which is okay, and I'm okay with the pet tincture continuing to be something that we don't necessarily have to profit off of the same as we do with the other products. So I look forward to hopefully using it to help do more of these donation flash sales, is something that I'm thinking about calling them, in order to help other causes and other people that might be in need. So if you're watching this now and this resonates with you, and this is something that you would like to work with us on, please don't hesitate to reach out. We would love to work with you and fit it in. I'm sure that as we continue to do this, we're going to start getting a lot of requests. So please bear with us and have patience, knowing that we are always trying to do all of this with the best intentions possible. So I'm going to go ahead and end this now. I think this is a much better way to end this. I talked for like 4 minutes, so I don't know how much of it we can use. But this is something that's really important to me, and something that I feel like is going to be a new way that we can continue to help our community and support our community. We're always going to look for new ways, and this could just be another great one for us to do.